Hello everyone, this is a reflection video that I'm going to make about all the things that I learned during this semester in this subject of listening and speaking, and I'm gonna make a reflection on each skill. First, I'm gonna talk about speaking. Well, I think I improved my speaking over the course of this semester, thanks to the presentations, thanks to the interviews, to everything that I had to do to improve, to practice and improve my speaking. And I'm very happy about that I improved it. And hopefully I also improved my pronunciation. I'm not sure if I did. I think I did. Um, so yeah, I think this was a good semester in that regard. I feel like I made some progress in speaking, and listening. Well, I learned about the difference between intensive, extensive listening, bottom down processing, everything, everything that is like that. So it's very important because that's like what what we do when we are learning something, anything, and we don't realize, but that's what we do. We are listening extensively or intensively. And I think it's very important that we know the difference between those two, because if we understand better the processing that we used to learn, then we can modify it to learn better and know what we need to improve. Finally, I'm going to talk about use of English. Well, use of English, I learned a lot of things that I forgot, that because it was many years ago that I finished school. So I forgot about like the structure of a sentence. For example, like what is the article, the noun, the verb, the adverb, all of that. And I think it's very, very useful for teaching English in the future, because even though I can speak English decently, I don't I didn't really know that structure, even though I could speak English, but I didn't know the structure and the rules, and it's very important that I learn that. Finally, I'm gonna answer some questions that Miss Astrid asked me uh, to answer about listening and use of English, because that's what she teaches. So first she asked, what is my strongest assignment and why? I think, based on the assignments that I upload to the portfolio, my strongest assignment was the one about articles, because, like I said, I speak English decently even after entering this major. So I don't really have much problems knowing what article comes before certain noun. I don't have much problem knowing where the n or zero article goes. Then she asked me what is my weakest assignment. Well, I think it was the one about, let me remember. Oh yeah, it was about listening about the gist of the video. The reason for that, well, it wasn't so hard finding the gist of the video, but what was hard was making 4 different questions about the gist of the video, because it's really hard to ask a question that isn't about like specific information. So in fact she had to help me and my classmate Herman with that. So I think that was, it was hard and we did it wrong. So she came and told us how we had to do it, and yeah, without help I couldn't have done that correctly. So I think that was, of my assignments in the portfolio, that was the one I had more trouble with. So let me see, evaluate my performance of the subject during the semester. Well, I did the best I could in everything. I have to be honest that maybe I should have studied more and do more autonomous work. I didn't do that much, but then again, um, always had like something to do, some homework, some important something that we have to study for, or something that we had to deliver, like a document, something. So there wasn't really much time for autonomous work. Maybe I couldn't have done it, but then again, I sometimes I wanted some free time because I was busy doing these other things, and finally, when I have free time, I wanted to enjoy it instead of doing more autonomous work. So, but maybe I could have done more, and that, yeah, I think that's a critique that I will have to do to myself. But other than that, I think I did the best I could, and my my grades show that. I'm very happy with my grades in this subject and in other subjects, and yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good so far. Finally, she asked, how do these assignments contribute the development as a future teacher? Well, mm, yeah, like I said before, especially use of English is important, because even though you can speak English, doesn't mean that you can teach English. Because to teach English, you have to know the rules, you have to know the names of each part of the sentence, of a text. Like, you have to know which is the noun, which is the verb, what is an adverb, what is a gerund, what is a infinitive. All of those things you have to know in order to teach. And this was very important. Use of English was very important to me, because, like I said, if they didn't teach any of that, like, even though I can speak English, I couldn't teach it. And I think this is a great start. Like, this is just the first semester of the first year, and so far I think it's a great start for me. And hopefully in the future years I get to learn more and more until I have all the skills I need to be finally a teacher. So this was my reflection video. I hope you enjoy it, and see you next time.